Okay, hi everybody, how are you? So, alright, so this is my understanding. Hold on, I gotta move this around just a bit. Moving. Okay, setting to adult only thing. I think I can set it to adult only, and then you guys can make comments if I take off the 18 or over. Now, here's the thing. If you guys find my video and you think that there might be something said in it that really is only for 18 and over, so you think maybe there should not be comments, don't flag me. Just tell me in the comments, hey, maybe this should only be for 18 or over, maybe there shouldn't be comments, and I'll set it to that. So that way we can keep the video going. And, you know, because there are people who want to see it, whether or not they agree. People like to watch things they don't agree with too. So then they can be like, oh, they think this, let me make my opinion, and I'll go say that. So, yeah, so if there's something you think that is in a video and you think, hey, set it to 18 and over, I'll go back and put it to 18 and over again, and it'll shut off comments. Okay, or if you think, hey, this is getting kind of crazy and there's like lots of nasty comments and maybe I don't notice, which likely I will because I don't have thousands of viewers, let me know and be like, hey, this comment section is getting out of hand. Maybe you should set it to the 18 and over, and I will. Okay, now let's go back to what I want to talk about today. I actually have to turn to the things because I didn't mark anything this time. I just wrote it down real quick. We're going to talk about is Jesus God? We're back on our conversation about that. Now, let me see. Now, everybody be patient. Don't go put your comments yet. Just wait and hear me out. Don't turn me off either. Wait and hear me out. Now, for those of you who think I'm Muslim, I'm not. But I'm just like this. You know why? Because Paul says to be as a Jew to the Jews, a Gentile to the Gentiles. I want everybody to listen, so I got my head covered, I got my hair covered, I got my neck covered, and I even have most of my arms covered. I turned it up a little, it's kind of warm in here. See, because that brings everybody into the group who might be like, I can't listen to her because her head's not covered. I can't listen to her because her hair's not covered. I can't listen to her because her neck is not covered. I got me covered. So we're good to go. I want to not just sing to the choir, you guys, see, because now the Christians are going to be like, oh, no, she's turning into one of them. Oh, no, you shouldn't be doing that. Actually, yes, I should, because God said to go out into all the world and preach the gospel. He didn't say, he told us to lift each other up, so here I am, you guys. But he also said to go out into all the world. He said he is patient and wants all to be saved. That's why he has patience. He says he's patient because he doesn't want anyone to be lost. He wants there to be time for us to save those who we can. So therefore, I'm not here just to preach to the choir, which is why I don't look like the choir. Now I want to go to Genesis 1:5. Genesis 1:5. Genesis 1:5. Oh, and if you don't cover your head, I hope you don't turn me off because I'm covering my head. Because I'm still one of you guys if you're a Christian. And if you're Muslim, I guess I'm not one of you guys, but I do hope that you will hear me out at least. And then you can go and you can think what you want to think. You can use my video for whatever, or you can choose not to like me. That's okay too. Now, I got all this study stuff in the beginning. That's why it took me forever to turn to Genesis. Now, Genesis 1:5. I'm going to try to make it short. I'm going to have to do 2 videos probably. Actually, lots of videos. Because this is like a series I got to do. You can't do it all in one video. Even if it was an hour long, you couldn't do it all in one video. But here we are. Genesis 1. Oopsies, that's too far. Genesis 1:5. All right. Going to Genesis 1:5. All right, this is why am I skipping it? You'll see. God called the day, and the darkness he called night, and there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. In Hebrew, I don't know Hebrew. I did some studying. I'll share the link after I'm done with all my videos, because I don't want you guys to get ahead of me. Eventually, I'll share my link. But anyway, as far as where I found a little bit of information on the Hebrew, one day in Hebrew, it doesn't say the first day, it says one day. But regardless, first day, one day, it says, God called the daylight, the day, nope, sorry, gotta rewind. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. So both are one day. The morning and the evening, they're both two separate things because it says so. God called the light day. He called the dark night. The evening and the morning were the first day. Okay, that's the first thing I want to say to you guys. Think what you want to think on that. Genesis 1:26. 26. All right, Genesis 1:26. Then God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and the livestock, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. Now, what does it say, right? It says, and God said, let us. Who is he talking to? Is he talking to the angels? Did the angels play a part in creation? Who created? Did the angels create, or did God create? Does God, the Almighty, the All-Knowing, need or have a reason to include the angels in his plans of making humans? Does he need their input? Does he need their advice? Does he need their okay? Why would he tell the angels if they're created also? And then it says over here, so God created man. Now listen here. God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Why would it not say, so God created man in his own image? Why would it repeat it? In the image of God, he created him. Could it be, so God created man in his own image? In the image of the Son of God, Jesus, he created him? Okay, I know that's hard for Muslims to accept there, but we got to think about that. Then there's two, male and female, he created them. There had to be two because one, he said Adam needed company because Adam was lonely, right? Where is that? It's over, I think, in chapter 2 of Genesis. It says, then the Lord God said, it is not good that man should be alone. Why would it be good for God to be alone? Now, of course, God had angels, but is that really the same? Think about it, right? Would a rich person way high up, like the highest leader in a country, would he be happy being on his own, on his throne, without anyone else on his level of thinking? Would he not maybe get bored if he didn't have someone else who was on the same level of him? Maybe every now and then he would want someone to keep him company who thought like him, on the same level as him, not someone so low to him that they might not understand what in the world. I mean, God, the creator over all things, right? Wouldn't he have this vast understanding? Would he really? I mean, surely the angels keep him company, but not in the same sense. Maybe he himself would have felt lonely. Maybe he would have wanted a counterpart. Then the Lord God said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make a helper fit for him. So he needed a helper. And I find this interesting too. Now think about this. Now out of the ground the Lord God had formed every beast of the field and every bird of the heavens and brought them to the man. Okay, now let's skip down. All right, now for Adam to have his company, because he couldn't find company in any of the animals. See, there are all these animals. They're so beautiful, right? And they could communicate with Adam. They could understand Adam. That's why, it wasn't so unusual. Think about this too. I know I'm going all over the place, but think about this. When Eve sinned, right? Who talked her into sinning? That snake or serpent. The serpent, right? Or actually he was a sort of an animal like that. All right, let's see. So it was talking to her. Now, if it was unusual for an animal to be speaking, wouldn't it say, and Eve was taken aback. She was frightened by hearing the animal talk. Or she was so amazed this animal was talking to her. It would have said something like that. But it was normal for these animals to be talking to her. That's why it went on as if it was a normal thing. The animals were a company to them, but they needed somebody like them to really fill that void of needing company. So maybe God would want somebody on his level to really fill that void of really wanting some company. Just like a man and a woman. You have your children all day. The women normally, sometimes the men, are at home all day with their children. And yes, they do keep us company. But sometimes we want another adult, someone on our own level, to really fill that void. So we have our husband, and maybe we, have a sister, someone on our level. The Muslim women call each other sisters. Christian women call each other sisters. We still want someone adult on our level to sometimes talk about things, right? That some things that we can't talk about with the children. Same with God, creator of everything. The one who is in charge of the angels can't necessarily talk to the angels about everything. That's just my thoughts now. All right, let's keep going, right? And it says, for Adam there was not found a helper fit for him. So the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon the man, and while he slept, took one of his ribs from his side. So they're equal people, they're equal beings. And closed up its place with flesh. And the rib that the Lord God had taken from the man, he made into a woman and brought her to the man. Then the man said, This at last is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. The man and the woman, two separate entities, shall come together and make one. And make one flesh, one body. Together they are one body, united as one. And the man and his wife were both naked and were not ashamed. So those are my thoughts on that. So therefore, Jesus and God can be one. We don't know what happened before us. They don't tell us even where they came from, how they came to be, because that would be too much for our human minds. It would just make us go crazy if we knew, or if we sat there and thought all day. How is it that God could always be? Where did he come from? Who made God? How did he come into being? Wouldn't he be lonely out there all by himself? So he made the angels to keep himself company. But what if, even with the angels, he had someone else before that, right? Those two were before. How they came into be, we don't know. Jesus, God calls his son. Okay? Now, of course, you Muslims, you think that just means a son. But God says he sent his only begotten son. That's the only time we use the words begotten. Okay, now maybe we're getting carried away with ourselves. But I just wanted to show you that maybe, just maybe, God would like that company of Jesus. And so there was Jesus. They could be one, united. Just because they're two entities doesn't mean they can't be one. Just like the man and the woman. Where did they come from? Of course, we came from our Maker. But even so, they're two separate entities, the man and the woman. They come together as one. Just like God and Jesus are two separate entities, but they're together as one. Now, we don't need to know all the ins and outs of God and Jesus and how they came into being. We don't need to even know all that. All we need to know is they were there at our beginning. That's what we need to know. Everything else is not necessary, but we do need to realize that there's two. And I'm going to show you more in my next video because we're already at 15 minutes. So that's video 1, and I will do a video 2. I might do a video 3, but likely not because I got other things to do. So I might have to hold on to that one. I don't know. Anyway, going on to video 2, I hope you like that one. Go be putting it up and going back and resetting my videos to just adult only. Like I said before, you think there shouldn't be comments for whatever reason, just let me know and I'll just reset it, whatever. Okay, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed those. I hope that makes you think a little bit, and I'll be back.